the football at the 5. Tyler Algier is powering in for a Falcon touchdown. What a way to cap a drive. Flag down. They're huddling in the end zone. We'll check that flag.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, dead ball, personal foul. Offense number 15.
Van Jefferson called after the touchdown.
Well, they're going to split this right here. Fisk getting the cut, and then it's just the power of Algier. And we talked about it, how worn out this Vikings defense looked. What'd you say, 11 straight runs just leaning on people? It's like a boxer going to the body, and there's fist pump number 4 by Heineke.
Well, check that penalty after on Jefferson. There's the touchdown, and
in there.
At the end, there's Jefferson.
Oh, apparently.
They're taking this and making the extra point, what turns into a 48-yard attempt. And this is key because it's a 3-point game at the moment. But cool is cool. And it's 28.
Certainly have. And I'll tell you the other thing. I'm going to go back to that promo.
Okay.
The talent of some people is just ridiculous to me. The artistry, the ability to draw that. I'll tell you what, it's great. That's going to be a great game this afternoon.
In the big picture of wherever teams take us to the playoffs at the end of the year, and this should be another touchback. While we're talking about artistry, I want to thank our camera operator and booth design, Karina Riggin, who helped us out here. The roof is open, and she sets us up with a little canvas so we can see the field as well, even when the sun is out. And all your notes.
Yeah.
Helping us to keep track of a game that took a lot of twists and turns. Our entire production crew appreciate their help. In a game that had a big little mystery theater feel to it when we opened, given the quarterback situations. Madison will get a few and then be thrown backwards. Trying for his first game-winning drive in his career after Taylor Heineke and the Falcons took a 28-24 advantage.
That's what you're looking for, right? Exactly the way you wrote it up. Have our backup to the backup come in there and lead us to an opportunity to win this thing if you're Minnesota.
Dobbs, who's run around today, throws, and the catch made by Jordan Addison. Jesse Bates delivered right away on the hit, and it'll be 3rd down. Obviously, with 2 timeouts, 2 yards, you got to think 4-down territory. Pass is caught. There's Hawkinson thrown down at the 39-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you, the aerospace engineering degree quarterback with a 4.0 GPA back in his Tennessee days looks calm back there.
Yeah, don't forget he knocked off Dallas earlier this year, and he's just really cool back there.
Sideline throw a little high. Addison, it's a catch. It's ruled a catch despite the hit from Richie Grant. How he kept his feet in, I don't know.
I mean, great, but I mean, he slowed that route down to give himself some room, and you see both feet in, high point that football, the rookie Addison. That's just a great catch.
He is in. I mean, he's 5'11", he got up there like Kevin Willis and hauled it in. Pick up at 24 yards. They're going to take a look. It's a booth review inside of 2 minutes, so they want to make sure. It certainly looked like it. I mean, great camera.
Well, it looked like he had the feet in. Now, did he bobble that at all?
Yeah. You're right. That's the left foot.
One there, and then the other one right there. And he's got the...
That is an amazing catch.
It's a great catch. Got to talk to Justin Jefferson about the rookie Addison. Said, man, I can't wait to get back. He's ready to roll. I cannot wait to get back to play with him.
There's another
the two of us together. Here it is again.
That looked like a Justin Jefferson catch.
Yeah.
And
you can see he secured that ball.
Jefferson's been a presence throughout his injury. Even though he hasn't been able to play, he's been around to help the quarterbacks, the receivers, the offense. There he is, eligible to come off the injured list, but we'll see what the doctors say, how soon he can play. Meanwhile, a game to win here for Joshua Dobbs. Under review. Rule to catch on the field.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Not only the catch, but stop the clock.
Spotted
out of bounds
at the 37 of Atlanta. Falcon defense has kept the heat on all day, regardless of the quarterback for Minnesota. The rookie from Brigham Young, Jaron Hall, his first NFL start, left with a concussion in the opening quarter. Dobbs since then. Extra pressure picked up. Dobbs to throw, and Hockenson, T.J. Hockenson could not hold on. The throw was there.
Man, it was just a little high-low game. Hockenson to the outside, and I mean, this is a beautifully thrown ball. You see him make the move on top of Grant, and right there on the hands.
Yeah, that's a Grant with a punch out. That right.
Oh, that's just perfect timing. I thought it was a drop. That wasn't a drop. My apologies. Just beautiful. Beautiful job by Grant.
Welcome a new audience. Just over a minute to go. 2 timeouts, Vikings. And yeah, that's Joshua Dobbs, who was a Cardinal a week ago. He's got all day. He's going to run. He's got a lot of room to run. He'll go out of bounds inside the 35. 56 seconds to go. But third down. Welcome a new audience. Rams, Packers, Mark Schlereth, Christina Pink, Chris Myers here in Atlanta. It's been a wildly entertaining game. Joshua Dobbs, the backup to the backup. Arthur Smith went with Taylor Heineke to start this game for Atlanta at quarterback. It's 3rd and 7. 4-point difference. 2 timeouts, Minnesota. The blitz is on. Dobbs throws high and incomplete. Brandon Powell was open but short, and it's 4th down.
Just a little errant throw, too, on the blitz, getting away from the pressure, coming off that left side, and Dobbs just got to have that one back because he's got Powell. Grabbed his hamstring right there, but Powell was open, and just an errant ball. He hasn't had many of those errant balls today, I'll tell you that. He's been pretty on the money so far, considering he only got here on Tuesday.
Dobbs on 4th down. The pressure's coming. He gets away for the moment, but look out from behind. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get more than that. And knocked out of bounds. First down, Minnesota. The Dobbs effect.
We talked about leaky yardage. We talked about Dobbs right here. Bud Debris coming off the edge. He's going to get the pass rush. Somehow, Dobbs gets away from it and then has the speed and athleticism to break a couple of tackles and find the presence to get himself out of bounds. I tell you what, this guy has just been amazing. Running the football and creating plays outside of the pocket.
Picked up 22. He's the leading rusher in the game for either side. Looking for that first game-winning drive of his career. Has time. Incomplete. Probably a good thing that Jackson didn't hang on to that. Nate Landman with a big defensive play.
Well, just sitting there in zone coverage as he comes across the football field. You see him pointing out, Okudah pointing to Landman, and Landman just right there, maybe a little bit early.
You're without K.J. Osborne, went out with a concussion. Justin Jefferson remains out. So is it Hockenson or Jordan Addison? Where does Dobbs go? Hockenson hit, hangs on. Timeout, 7-yard line. The Vikings will have one remaining. We're going to recap with Jared Hall, who got his first NFL start, 5th-round draft pick from BYU because of the injury to Kirk Cousins. Left with a concussion. So Joshua Dobbs, acquired on Tuesday from Arizona, comes in, nailed by Calais Campbell for a safety. But then he throws a touchdown, rallies his team. That's Madison. In the meantime, Jonnu Smith, a 60-yard touchdown catch and carry. And then Dobbs has to run himself. Had a couple of key 3rd down runs, and then he scored on a touchdown. Algier, a moment ago, for Atlanta in the lead. 3rd and 4. Time. Catch! Brandon Powell, touchdown Vikings, and they have the lead.
How about Joshua Dobbs?
The Dobbs effect, he hung in there.
He hung in, but he was looking to the right. He was looking to his tight end, Hockenson. He didn't like him, so he comes back to the slot. Here you see Powell just whipping outside after he fakes the inside cutting route, and Dobbs coming all the way back to the opposite side that he started looking at. Look at that. Kevin O'Connell just can't be more excited.
Didn't know that Dobbs would even play in this game, but he had him prepared as the backup. And with 22 seconds remaining, a 2-point, is it going to be 3? Joseph says yes. And what a drive from Joshua Dobbs. This is, the NFL has so many storybook. You look at players who, even Taylor Heineke's hung around at age 30, getting his first start as an Atlanta native, but Dobbs to come in and do what he's done. 75 yards, game on the line. Ran, throws, produces.
Converted on 4th down, that 22-yard rush on 4th down, and just as cool as can be under a pressure situation to lead his team.
But Heineke says not over yet.
Yes, no.
Because they have Younghoe Koo, who is a clutch field goal kicker, who has made from beyond 50 today twice. 54 and 52, and that's all you need for a tie. What a game. 2 teams that started the day, if you looked at the standings, they would be in the playoffs, and a lot on the line with uncertainty at quarterback.
Well, they may have found some certainty at quarterback right there in the Joshua Dobbs signing.
What a move to go out and get him. Kirk Cousins, who had the season-ending surgery and it went well, and prior to the game, a lot of the guys had their quarterback on their minds, on their T-shirts.
All right, we talked to Harrison Smith, and he said, man, Kirk Cousins just has the ultimate respect of this entire football team. They love him, man. He is their leader. He is so connected with his team, and I'll tell you what, unbelievable job so far. Now they just have to try to finish it out. But this is why you got Heineke. This is why you started him.
Up to the Viking defense to hang on as he dumps it off. That's Smith, who will get near a first down. Atlanta, remember, lost the timeout on the challenge. They used one, so they will have one remaining. Here's Brian Flores, and defense wasn't all blitz today, but it was enough, and it was effective. And hopes his defense could hold on. They kept this team in it early when Atlanta had An 11-3 lead.
Well, they haven't had to bring a ton of pressure. They brought pressure, but they haven't had to bring a ton of it today. And, you know, I think the one thing you've got to think about right here if you're Minnesota is keep everything in front of you, right? Play that deep zone, play that 8-man drop. Try to tackle it in bounds, make them use their timeout.
Need about 30. You see the line there for the field goal, but you never know with Koo. Remember, the roof is open today. Could have an effect on a long field goal try. Heineke's throw is incomplete. Hodge was the target. 10 seconds remain. Yeah, that would have been intercepted if it was not overthrown.
And you know, if you're Minnesota, you know what the deal is here, right? We're going to drop 8, rush 3. Protect the sideline. You know that ball's got to get out to the sideline. You can't afford to throw it in the middle of the football field.
Well, you got that one timeout. Want to get in position for at least a Hail Mary, even if you can't try a field goal. Heineke will dump it off to Robinson, who gets out of bounds, so they still have the timeout, but just 5 seconds.
Well, at this point,
Hail Mary.
I mean, I don't know that you think Heineke can get it. That'd be about what,
60 yards in the air or more.
Yeah, when you consider he's driving back, there's going to be a 65, 67-yard throw somewhere in there.
Well, he says he plays every play like it's his last play. And he's going to go for it. A Hail Mary. It's not going to make it quite. Hot away. And the Viking defense prevails. Joshua Dobbs, 5th team in a calendar year, 7th overall, acquired this week from Arizona for a 6th conditional and a 7th round pick. Rallies Minnesota, and the defense holds on. What a win for the Vikings. That's 4 in a row. Mark Schlereth, Chris Myers, Christina Pink, our entire crew. A thrilling game here in Atlanta State Farm.